guys, please subscribe IS with OJAANK sir and please press the bell icon to never miss an update.
Welcome friends, welcome to current affair audio program of OJAANK IS Academy. In this program, we used to discuss the hot topics which are in news these days. Our today's topic is based on UGC. It has been very much in news as government has proposed that UGC will be scrapped and then a new body HECI will take place of UGC. So let's discuss this topic today. Our discussion will be based on Liveman's article, The Making and Unmaking of UGC, and the Hindu's article, How Different is the Proposed HECI from the Present UGC. Friends, as we always do, first we'll see the structure of this lecture, that what we are going to discuss. We'll first discuss what is UGC, what are the different functions performed by UGC, what are the shortcomings of UGC. Because of that, government has proposed a new body called HECI, and we'll get to know about HECI, Higher Education Commission of India, and then we will compare UGC and HECI and see whether UGC is better or HECI is better. Okay. UGC, University Grant Commission. In 1952, the Union government decided that all the cases pertaining to the allocation of granted aid will be transferred to a new body called University Grant Commission. So UGC will take care of all the grant in aid functions. UGC has been given the status of statutory body when Parliament has passed the act called UGC Act 1956 for the coordination, determination and the maintenance of standards of university education in India. These are the functions of UGC. As UGC used to perform number of functions, but will look the main function performed by UGC. The first one is recognition to universities. UGC used to give recognition to universities as any new college or any college or university who function without the recognition from UGC is termed as fake college or fake university. So it is compulsory for all the colleges and the universities to take prior permission from UGC. Distributions of grants. It is the second most important function performed by UGC. As all of you know, the fees charged by the government higher education institutions is very less, and this is not sufficient for the proper functioning of the institution. So UGC used to fund all these institutions to maintain or to fulfill that gap. Third one is it provides scholarship to the needy, poor students and also the meritorious students. It ensures that whatever the rules and regulation has been made, it is getting followed by the institutions or not. The headquarters of UGC is based in Delhi. There are number of regional centers also in India. These are in Pune, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Bhopal, Guwahati and Bangalore. So here the main discussion start. What was the problem with UGC and why government want to scrap it and brings a new body called Higher Education Commission of India. So let's start with the problems. Problem number 1, inevitable quality decline in higher education. Friends, I have provided a global ranking of different institutions. You can see IIT Bombay is at rank of 529, University of Delhi 747, BHU 1056, JNU 1245. So it's very shameful that a country of 125 billion population, a fastest growing company, after more than 70 years of independence, is not able to produce even a single college which can compete with the global institutions like Harvard, Princeton, Oxford. It's very shameful. So government thinks that UGC is responsible for decline in the quality of higher education. Whatever the list is provided here, these are the best colleges of India, but still they are not able to compete with the global ranking. Forget about all the colleges whose name has not been heard. The second one is over-regulation and under-regulation. What is over-regulation and under-regulation? It has been seen that in some colleges, UGC used to interfere in their day-to-day working, while in other colleges, it does not pay any heed. Many colleges slips under the radar of UGC very easily. So hence, it was a problem. In some colleges, they used to do over-regulation, and in some colleges, they used to do under-regulation. The third one is fake colleges and universities. It is the important function of UGC to curb the growing number of fake colleges and universities. But it has been seen in many years that UGC was not able to perform all these functions. The fourth one is toothless body. Why UGC is called toothless body? Suppose any institution of college which was not aggregated by the UGC, and anyone who reports to UGC that this and that college is not prior permitted by the UGC, in that case what UGC will do? It will just publish the name of that institution on their website. But is it 100% foolproof method to curb all these fake university and college? Absolutely no. We cannot only assume that all the person who are going to these institutions will first check the UGC website and then take admission. In metro cities it is okay, but in remote areas we cannot just ensure it that because only of publishing the name in the website, it will curb it. It will put a check on these fake universities and colleges. So here UGC was somewhat not able to perform its function properly. The next one is poor mechanism for fund allocation. It has been seen that only 30 to 35% colleges were funded by UGC, while in the same year UGC was left with funds. It means it was not able to spend its funds in that year. So it is found that it is the function of UGC. UGC is not able to draft a proper mechanism for fund allocation, and hence it was a problem of UGC. For all these problems, government has put a committee to look into the matter of UGC. The first committee is Dr. Hari Gautam committee. Dr. Hari Gautam was the former chairperson and also the member of UGC. He has recommended that, and he has raised serious question about functioning of UGC and even recommended its scrapping. I have already highlighted it. Second thing, he has written that it has failed to fulfill its mandate, the mandate of fund allocation, maintenance of academic standards, all those things, but has not been able to deal with emerging diverse complexities. When UGC was made, the number of colleges and universities was less, but today it has been more than 10 times, and Dr. Hari Gautam writes that UGC was not able to deal with all these diverse complexities. He has also written that any reshaping or restructuring of the UGC will be a futile exercise, and hence he here recommend a new body which should replace UGC. The next one is Subramaniam Committee. Dr. T.S.R. Subramaniam was former Cabinet Secretary of India. He has also recommended to scrap UGC. He has written UGC has been unable to effectively implement its regulation aimed at ensuring the quality of higher education in the country over the years. The committee was informed that there were widespread irregularities in grant of approval of institutions and courses. The credibility of the UGC has been seriously dented by the approvals given to a large number of substandard colleges and deemed universities. It has mentioned very clearly that the credibility of UGC has been down. and hence he proposed UGC. So what government has done? Government has decided to scrap UGC and brings a new body called Higher Education Commission of India. It will take the place of UGC. Parliament will pass an act called HECI Act 2018 and give it a status just like UGC. Now the question is comparison between UGC and HECI. How HECI is better than UGC, and this answer will come only after comparison. So let's compare UGC and HECI. As you know, UGC has two important functions: quality maintenance and providing grants. Now the question here is, who will look after these two functions? The grant function will be given to MHRD and the maintenance of quality and academic standard will be given to HECI. Here are different factors on which UGC and HECI will be compared. UGC was an statutory body, and in a similar manner HECI will also be given statutory status as Parliament will pass the act in the coming session. Fund allocation. UGC had the power of fund allocation and HECI, but here the HECI will not have the power of fund allocation. Ensure academic standard. UGC were given the work to ensure the academic standards, but HECI will also be given the work of ensuring academic standards. Autonomy. UGC will have more autonomy, but HECI will have less autonomy. How? UGC had both the power: academic maintenance of academic standard and fund allocation power, but HECI will have only have the function of maintaining the quality of academic standard and not the power of fund allocation. So it will have less autonomy. Power regarding fake institution. As I already discussed, UGC can only publish the list of the institution on their website, but in contrast, HECI has been given the power to award penalties and jail up to 3 years. Let's talk about inspection. UGC used to do periodic physical inspection. What is it? Suppose any institution has declared that it has this and that infrastructure, laboratory, library, playground, all these things will be physically verified by the offices of UGC. But this process takes time, and hence to reduce the time, HECI has been created with new mechanism called transparent public disclosure. So whatever the facilities claimed by the institution, it will put in its website and publicly disclose it. In case any irregularity has been found, irregularity will be found, HECI will take the direct action against the institution. Advisory Council. UGC had no advisory council, but in HECI there will be advisory council. It will be chaired by Union Minister of Human Resource Development itself. Board. UGC had 10 members in the board, but it has been accused that all these members come from Ministry of Human Resource Development. So in HECI there will be 12 members, and it has been proposed that it will be more inclusive. Members will come from diverse areas. Chairman. The maximum age for chairman was decided in UGC was 65, and here the age limit has been improved to 70. Removal of chairman. There was no provision in UGC for removal of chairman, but in HECI there are provision for removal of chairman. In UGC there was no provision for reappointment or extension of the term, but in HECI there are provisions for extension of term for chairman. Distillation. In UGC, distillation was less, as most of the work was paper based. At HECI, it is proposed that all the officers and all the staff of UGC will undergo some training, and after that it will be equipped with new technologies, computer, online work, and the whole process will be more faster. But there is a section in the society who thinks that HECI is no more better than UGC. It is against the proposed HECI. So what are the arguments given by them? We will also look towards it. I have highlighted something here. The Draft Act for establishing HECI states that its first function is promoting the quality of academic instruction and maintenance of academic standards. Okay, this is precisely where the most daunting policy challenges are. Unfortunately, this is also where higher education policy seems to be trapped in a profoundly disabling metric of measurement. What it says that the work of UGC or HECI is to maintain academic standards, but nowhere it gives any signal that it will prove better in maintaining academic standards compared and contrast with UGC, and hence the serious doubt has been raised against HECI. So I have listed here some points which has come in different newspapers. What are the arguments against HECI? People say that it is just a cosmetic change. What does it mean by cosmetic change? Cosmetic change is mean the changes has been made at upper level. Government has not gone towards the problem, the root of the problem. Government has not got the root of the problem. It has just changes from the outer layer. Why it has been so? It has been said that it is just a cosmetic change. Let's see forward. MHRD is trying to make it more powerful. How MHRD is going to make it more powerful? As it has been, as you know, UGC has both the power. Maintenance of academic standards and fund allocation. But what HECI Act has done, it has taken the power of fund allocation from UGC and MHRD has retained it with itself. Hence, the section of society thinks that MHRD is trying to make itself more powerful. Coordination between maintaining standard and funding will be a bigger issue. How it will be a bigger issue? The coordination between maintaining standard and funding. As you see, previously UGC used to do two works. It maintains the academic standard and also funding. If any institution was not able to perform well and were not following the guidelines of UGC used to cut its funding. But here, these two things will be at different bodies. Funding will be with MHRD, academic standards maintenance work will be with HECI. Hence, the coordination between the two things will be a tough task, and hence it has been said that the proper diagnosis of problem has not been done before creating HECI. Although we can see some more problems, like it does not ensure non-interference of MHRD in the matters of universities. What does it mean, non-interference of MHRD? UGC has been accused previously that it used to do interference in day-to-day working of the universities and colleges. But the proposed act and the proposed body nowhere ensure that now MHRD with fund allocation power is not going to interfere in the matters of universities and how it ensure the autonomy of universities. The advisory council will be chaired by MHRD. This is also a task, it is also a problem. Why it is so? If MHRD will chair the advisory council, it is also, you can imagine that HECI will follow whatever the advice given by the advisory council, because it is chaired by MHRD. So it is also the concern raised by many people. No real diagnosis of problem. I already mentioned that people thinks various articles has been mentioned that the real diagnosis of problem has not been done. Although suggestions were invited by MHRD for the further improvement of HECI on or before 7 July at reform of UGC at in future we'll see what government has improved in HECI. I hope you will find it very useful, and thanks a lot for joining us.